So can you tease to anything that's coming up on the show? Are you allowed to tell us anything? Because I know there's a lot of secrecy.
I can tell you everything.
Oh, great. Please.
So
now we don't need to watch.
If you just turn that camera off, we can. I'll unplug this.
Talk
and we'll
for
have
hours.
a coffee and we'll just talk for hours.
You have your scripts with you, right?
Oh yeah,
Somewhere? Okay,
and all the
great.
outlines.
Yeah. The CW won't mind.
Cool things happening. Again, cave.
Yes.
Cave sex.
Awesome.
I was a little jealous. Come on. But the end all be all of it is, yes, Stefan and Catherine are stuck in that tomb. And there are some big, bad dudes coming to Mystic Falls. And it's gonna shake things up. It's definitely going to shake up Damon and Stefan. And now, of course, Damon's alone now. His backup is stuck having cave sex, and so it's going to be a bit difficult for him. And some really odd alliances. You know, that whole Damon and Alaric alliance, when that came out of the woodwork, you're sitting there thinking, really? There's another guy coming back to town that we've seen before who is going to make some sort of really odd strategic alliances with Damon. It's not going to be easy getting there, but it's a lot of fun, and he's a phenomenal actor, and we've just been having a blast, so it's going to be cool.
So tell me about Klaus, because I'm a little concerned that it seems that he is perhaps more powerful.
He's the most powerful.
He's the most powerful.
He's the guy you don't want to be in a room with.
Ever.
Ever.
So do you think that Damon is actually a little bit afraid of him?
Yeah, I think he's
we haven't
shaking
seen that
in
side
his
of
boots. Yeah.
Damon, really.
No, there's a big problem.
Yeah.
There's a big problem. There's an entire whole way you have to actually, excuse me, in order to kill these guys, there's just such a process, and you know how these processes go.
Yes.
You know, it's just to get that close to some. It would be like it would be like you trying to come up and kill Damon with like a toothpick. You know what I mean?
That wouldn't work?
Really.
Even right in his really gorgeous eyes?
Tell you
Just
what,
right in?
you try it. We'll talk about it.
Okay. Probably not going to work.
Not going to work.
What do you think the chances are that the Damon and Elena fans will have something to be pleasantly surprised about before the season ends? Something. Anything.
Before the season ends?
This season.
Wow. Well, we get our script about 2 days before we start shooting an episode.
And I'm sure they've written the entire season.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that's not the case. But, you know, I've been asking and begging, you know, give Damon some love.
Yeah.
Give Damon some love of someone that's not going to, you know, that we're not going to stake in a couple of episodes. Give him something real and substantial. And the answer is usually this. That's literally what I get. So I'm sure if I'm on my good behavior, I show up to set and my wardrobe fittings and my ADR and everything on time, and I get all my work and my words right, maybe Damon will get to at least make out with Elena before season end, if he can rip off the thing.
I'm telling you, it's a good way to go.
It's a good way to go. You know, it's the same thing in life. Men give women diamond rings. Instead of taking giving jewelry, Damon just takes the jewelry.
It would be.
He's set.
It would be a special moment, I think.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you, how are the Vampire Diaries fans toward you now? Like when you see them out and about, because people don't just watch this show; they devour it, and quite a few of them.
Is that a pun?
Are obsessed with it. Yeah, and I think you experienced that with Lost as well. But I'm just curious.
Not on this. Not like this. The Lost fans were typically my age, and what's really cool is these kids. I say kids. These young.
Why, thank you. I watch Vampire Diaries, so apparently I'm a child.
This youth aspect are so excited about life and everything, and I've said this. I said, you know, it's like the decibel level in which they can, you know, they can explain to you how much they love the show is amazing, and it's a very different way to go about it.
Right.
And it's awesome because there's a certain vibration that comes with Scream that makes you sort of it energizes you.
That explains the little bit of cotton I've seen in both of your ears.
Yeah.
You have to protect.
Well, I have ear damage now. Well, you screamed when I walked in the door.
I couldn't help it. It happens every time. I know, and I always say it's sort of a precursor to the interview. Your rep makes me sign something where I say, I'm not going to scream this time.
Oh, really?
It comes over me.
All right.
It just happens.
So you're in breach of contract is basically what you're saying on television.
Other than that, I think the interview is going very well.
I do too.
I mean, no, we can't air it, but
Right.
other than that, I think it's fantastic.
But I will say this: these are the fans of this show on a completely different level have. It's just such an interaction that I've never thought possible. It's crazy. It's awesome, and again, it's just it wouldn't happen without them. So this is a really cool. You know, in this new age of technology and information and internet and stuff, it's like everybody's kind of on the same playing field. You're all in this sort of amalgamation of technology and cyberspace, and everyone's just sort of there. And the meet and greets and everything, when you see everything online and then you see it in front of you, is powerful. It's really, really cool.
I can only imagine, after seeing what my Twitter looked like this morning, what your reply section must look like on a daily basis, because I told people that I was going to be interviewing you and asked if they had any questions. And for the first time ever, before interviewing someone, there weren't questions, there were instructions. And the instructions were, please just tell him that I love him. Please tell him he's amazing. Please just give him a hug. Please.
You guys are awesome.
It was just like they wanted me to give you this outpouring of love, which is really
so
cool.
See what I mean?
So you probably find a lot of positivity on Twitter, I'm guessing.
There's a lot.
Perhaps a few marriage proposals?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
For sure. But the problem is, here's the problem with those marriage proposals. I have to wait 5, 6, 10 years for them to be 18.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
So maybe, just further down the road, see if you click when they're, legal.
Yeah. No,
That's probably a smart way of going about it.
Yeah. But the marriage proposals are pretty awesome. And they're really, how they elaborate and how specific they are really cool.
Twitter probably makes you feel good.
That's all
I'm going to say.
It's a pretty positive situation.
Because I felt good about talking to you after seeing my Twitter. I was like, wow, these girls would pretty much kill to be sitting next to you right now.
That's pretty awesome.
Suckers! Just kidding.
You're funny.
Well, I love talking to you,
weren't,
as always.
but you are.
I think we're going to turn off the camera now so that you can tell me
Okay,
what's
let's
going
do
to
it.
happen about the Damon and Elena.
Anyway, so...